Hey yo, this is Dash, and today is a big day. So I am here at Cindy's Hot Shots, and I'm in front of the range for a very good reason. I have my very own Canik Prime Radian. So today I'm going to actually be unboxing it for you, and I'm going to take it out to the range and break it in. I don't know what the problem that you guys are having with your Caniks. I'm telling you, do this same exact thing. Dump 100 rounds through it at least, and you won't have any problems. Dear YouTube police, I am in a safe space. I am in a controlled environment where I work at this range. See the range? Please allow this video to maintain monetization so I can buy more guns and ammunition. Thank you for visiting my TED Talk. Hey yo, this is Dash. Welcome to the channel.
I'm Dash. He's a Canik expert. I'm a Canik fanatic.
I'm not perfect, I'm not a sniper. 1, 2, 5. Let's get to work. Anyway, we finally, and by we I mean me, I finally have one. This is my very own Canik Prime Radian, and I'm so excited. I can't even take this home yet. Yay, Maryland. But that's not gonna stop me from, we're gonna have a conjugal visit today. With my Canik. So let's get it opened up and show you guys what comes in a box. So first and foremost, of course, you see and you know what's crazy? When I visited the Canik factory in West Palm Beach, Florida, I met the people who put these boxes together. So this is really, really cool that I see the booklet that goes in there, everything that goes in here. I've seen the people who do it. So in the box, you get well, first, let's check and make sure that the pistol is in fact free and clear. I have an empty mag that I'm gonna take out. We're gonna set that to the side. Set the pistol to the side. You get a holster. This is not the best holster in the world. It is a basic holster that will get the job done until you can get your own holster. I recommend a Tier 1 Conceal holster. Tier 1 Conceal does not pay me. Tier 1 Conceal should pay me.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
But hey, here nor there. You get a second magazine. You get a second magazine. Now this is a YouTube 10+7 round compliant magazine. You get a speed loader, and you get a lock. And of course, this is the QC control green thing. Everyone who has one of these knows what that is. I'm gonna pull this up and out because in here you get the cleaning kit. There's a brush, this stick you can put the patches on, and of course, Canik sends you a punch, or it gives you a punch. So I'm gonna put that back, and then on the top or on the lid, you have 2 additional back straps, and then this is the toolkit. In case you are unaware, this is where you'll find your additional screws for optics and tools to take things apart on the pistol. But we don't need to do any of those things today. All I'm getting ready to do is load up some mags, and I am going to, this is fresh out of the box. I am not doing any modifications to the pistol. This is it. This is it. We are going to take this out to the range as it is, and I am going to shoot. Let's see how many rounds I have. I know I have at least 100 rounds. I might have 150 rounds, but I'm gonna go ahead and get it done. You guys are gonna watch. All right, so as promised, I am in the range, and I am going to be doing my patented, not so patented break-in method. Just gonna sand it. So I have a few mags here. I have the factory Prime Radian mags, and then I have two 10 plus 10 round mags, and then I have 2 of the 18 round base with the Taylor Freelance base plates, which makes them plus 5. But these are loaded with 15 rounds. These are 20, and then these are 20 as well. So I'm going to use the first few that I'm going to do are going to be the factory 17 round mags from Canik, and I'm literally just going to dump them. All right, ears on. Again, we are in a safe environment, and I'm just going to get this done. Two mags, no malfunctions. Mind you, I'm shooting 115 grain. This is just, this was MagTech ammo. Now, when I've shot these mags, these extended base plate mags in the past, I have had some issue with the fact that the
Today, Junior!
mag or the slide won't lock back, but we're going to see what happens here. And called it. The slide did not lock back with that extended mag, which is to be expected. Oh. One failure to feed. And we're at like 100 rounds already, and I got a failure to feed, but also this is not the factory mag, so. And we did not lock back. Now, so there's all of my mags done, and I had another mag, but it was from a TP9 Elite, so it was a 15 round mag. So because it was so small, it didn't go in the mag well here. So I have some extra rounds. I'm just going to load up 10 rounds, 8, 9. I'm going to use the factory mags and put 9 rounds in each. 3, 4, 5. 6. Oh wait. 8, 9, 10. And here's another one. So we have 10 rounds in each. And I mean, not for nothing, I am shooting rather rapidly. I will show you the target once it's done. don't know what the problem that you guys are having with your Caniks. I'm telling you, do this same exact thing. Dump 100 rounds through it at least, and you won't have any problem. I see people complaining,
Oh, I had diabetes.
Oh, I have battery issues.
Where? I'm telling you, it's one of those things. It's not the gun, it's you. If you don't believe me and you are in the Maryland area, bring your gun to me and I'll do the same exact thing. And I will make sure it runs properly. All right, so of course, afterward, I thought about it. You guys probably wouldn't see this thing after I shot it. And of course, it's a little dirty. It is very hot, but it does not look worse for wear. The feed ramp is a little dirty, but I'm going to run the initial couple hundred rounds through it until I can take it home, and I'm not going to clean it until I can take it home. So you guys are going to see exactly how dirty it gets. By the time I get to take it home, it probably is going to have 250, maybe 300 rounds through it. So anyway, back to the video. All right, I'm going to go down range and show you the target. I'm looking at it. It's kind of beat up, but I'll be right back. All right, here we go. I'll say everything is pretty much on target. I didn't count exactly how many rounds I put through there, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 misses. That's like not even 10%. That's a passing grade. So if you enjoyed this, you know what's coming. There's going to be more Canik content with the Prime Radian. I'm going to be doing a comparison. The next video should hopefully be a shooting comparison between the Prime Radian and the Canik Prime. Today is the day. We shoot the MC9 LS, the Mete MC9 Prime, and the Prime Radian. Hold on to your hats, get comfortable. We're about to do a direct comparison of all three of the current micro compact Caniks. So let's get into it. If you guys have any other suggestions or other firearms that you would like me to test the Prime Radian against, feel free to let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so very much as always for your continued support. And don't forget to hype this video, share the video, and let's have a discussion in the comments below. And are you having a problem with your Prime Radian, and do you feel attacked because it's not the gun, it's you? Like I said, I didn't have any problem. I just did you saw me do exactly what I needed to do to break it in. So anyway, thank you guys so very much again. I'll see you next time.